Hello, I'm Deirdre, and this is yoga for when you need to chill the fuck out. So you've probably had a long week or day or life, and you are coming to this video because you want to chill the fuck out, and I love that for you. That's what we're gonna do. It's short, it's sweet, it's really gentle. So let's have a good time. We're going to start in Sukhasana, which is easy seated pose. This is not always an easy seat for a lot of people. So if this position is difficult for you, I suggest lifting your hips up. That can either be on a block or a book, or I sometimes take another yoga mat and I roll it up to have my spine stay upright. That's the whole purpose of yoga, is to have a lengthened spine so that you can sit for a long time comfortably in meditation pose. So if your spine is not aligned, you're doing something wrong in yoga. So either sit up on a block, or you can sit up on, you can kneel. Sometimes that's more comfortable. Or if none of those options are good, sit on the edge of a couch or on a hard chair, anything that can get your spine lengthened. Okay. Hopefully, I've been talking and you've found your easy seat. And we will begin. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose, and then you can really sigh it out. It can be an audible release. Let's try that again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just make noise, scare your partner. Kick your children out so they don't bother you doing this. Freak out your dog, okay? One more. In through your nose. Really let it out. Let your shoulders melt down your back so that you are seated nice and tall. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to stretch the spine a couple different ways. So I want you to reach your arms up to the sky. Very gently, maybe reach one arm up and then the other a little bit taller. Get that spine nice and long. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, but your body reaching up. And then you're just going to drop your right hand to the ground and gently, as if someone was pulling your wrist, gently, you are going to lean over. So think about a nice long line on the left side body here. That's great. Take a deep breath. You can keep that audible breath. Or you can just keep breathing. Whatever feels good. Let's switch to the other side. Both arms back up. Beautiful. And drop your left hand to the ground. And as if someone is gently pulling your wrist over, think about this whole side of your body being lengthened. You're going to lean over to the other side. Your spine is one long line, bending to your left. Great. Come back to center, arms right up. That's New York City behind me. And that's yoga too. On your back, we're going to do a twist gently to the right side. So your left hand goes to your right knee. Extend through the spine. Remember that your neck needs to be protected, so it's the last thing to turn this twist. We don't have to crank ourselves around. It's not about how deep we can go in the twist. Just gently bringing out the spine. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more time. In through the nose, use the inhale to grow a little taller, and the exhale to perhaps grow a little deeper in the twist. Great. Now inhale, move back through center, and we're going to go to the other side. Our right hand is on our left knee. Sit up nice and tall, and the neck is the last thing to turn around. Well done. You made it here. It's great to take time for yourself, and it's great how small amount of time we can change the energy in our body. Just twist a little, switch it up. One breath in, another breath out. Very well done. Okay, you're gonna go back to center, arms up, And we're gonna drop them with our shoulders melting down our back and our hands grabbing our knees. And we're gonna just do a couple body rolls. We're gonna make it funky. We're gonna move nice and slow. And sync up with your breath, however that feels good. I'm probably gonna exhale when I come back and let my spine bend. And then when I go forward, I'm probably gonna breathe in, but however the breath syncs up for you, that's great. So yeah, we're just doing a little twist. It's sort of like a funky cat-cow situation, if you're familiar. It should feel really nice, just a little body roll, and then you're gonna reverse it and go the other way. Great. Really try to get that spine to move how it feels good in a couple different directions. And remember to keep breathing. Great. We're going to come back to center and sit back up straight with our shoulders dropping down our back. And remember our neck as if someone is gently pulling. There's a string from the seat of our hips to above our head. Our spine will extend. And I want us to just do a very gentle seated forward bend. I'll turn to the side so that you guys can see we're going to stay flat back for a couple breaths. So that doesn't have to go down very far at all. It can just be right here as long as we keep a flat back with our neck looking straight forward. Breathe in, breathe out, and maybe now you melt it over however that is so you can let your head go. If that's here, if that's lower, that's great. One deep breath in and out. Come back out of that gently. You're gonna roll up through your spine, and we're going now to transition to our feet are planted on the ground and our knees are pointed to the sky. Our backs are nice and straight. I'm going to use my arms to sort of help me, pull my spine nice and tall. And we're going to do just a little core work. Don't hate me. Let's come into a boat. We're not going to stay here very long. This is good for getting us out of our head if we've been stressed. So however your boat looks, you can do some variations. If it means you have to hold your knees here, then that's okay. But just stay here. We're only going to stay for a couple more breaths. In through the nose. Really let it go. And one more, you can do it. Beautiful. Now let's put our feet back on the ground, our knees pointed up to the sky. And this is sort of the hip opener portion of the practice. Take your hands, have them face forward and behind you, and then take your right leg, keep your foot nice and flexed to protect your knees, and gently cross it over your left leg here. So you have sort of a figure four. And what I invite you to do is roll back and forth on this hip here. It can feel nice. Sometimes it feels nicer to give yourself an even bigger stretch by going down on your forearms. That feels good to me. If you need a little more, you can walk your left foot closer to your hips. If that's too much for your hips, it's a big hip opener, just give yourself a little more room. Let's keep breathing. Let's breathe it out and just play, rolling back and forth. Very good. All right, let's come back up, and we're going to transition out of this by dropping our left leg to the ground, taking our right foot, again, foot nice and flexed, and dropping that down. So we're in Dandasana, staff pose. It's a pretty challenging pose. It can be hard to keep our spine up, but it's a really good one. And we're just going to go back. We're going to do the other side. Feet on the ground, knees up, give yourself a little space. Take your left foot nice and flexed, cross it over. If you need to start with your foot lower and then move it up, that's a great option. And now come back to your forearms and play by rolling back and forth. Every side is different. My right hip is much tighter than my left. So I feel a little difference here. It's still good. I'm gonna just kind of work it out. It's also good to be mindful when you're down here that your shoulders aren't climbing up to your ears. So it's a bit of a shoulder opener as well as a hip opener. Sneaky. A sneaky little shoulder opener. Keep breathing. Well done. Okay. We're gonna come back out. Slowly, slowly is the name of the game. Right leg down to the ground. If you have to pop your feet or do whatever, do that. And then again with your left foot flexed, come back to Dandasana. Cool. Now, we're going to come back to our backs. Everybody's favorite portion. Ooh, all the way back to lie flat. Perfect. Now, once you're on your back, I would have you put your feet up. Let's yeah, send out there. Once you're on your back, put your feet up to your chest, and you can give yourself as much room as you need. Everybody is different, so if you need to go here, then that feels good, but we want to get our spine sort of as much as flush to the floor as we can, so we feel really supported. And we are going to go to my favorite pose, which is not everybody's, and that's Happy Baby, where I grab my feet, the outside of my feet, the inside of my feet. I can grab a pant leg, and I open my hips, and I get to roll back and forth and play right here. If Happy Baby is not your jam, just stay with your legs squeezing up to your chest so you can feel your back flush to the ground. And take a few deep breaths with me. Let's go back to that audible sigh. Let's do one more. Wherever you are. So the last part of our practice is legs up the wall. I'm going to encourage you to go and actually find a wall, but that would require me to have a whole new camera set up, and I don't want to. So I'm just going to stay here with my legs up to the sky. I have them fully extended. A lot of people might not be able to, and that's cool. Don't worry about that. If your legs are here, that's fine. The wall can be helpful to get your legs more extended because you have that support. This is an inversion that's very relaxing. It can be very stress relieving. So I suggest you stay here as long as you possibly can. 5 minutes, 1 minute. When you get the blood sort of flowing in a different direction and you get to be in a kind of inversion, it's very calming for the nervous system. So big time recommend. Hopefully you found your wall. Let's take a few more breaths together in this pose. In through the nose and sigh it out. Keep your shoulders down so that your neck is still nice and long. Your back should be flush, should feel really supported. If you're on the wall, then you're even extra supported, which is lovely. Let's do one more of those. Great. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as you like, or if you'd rather go to corpse pose, Shavasana. Oh goodness, I'm a little zenned out. Then you're welcome to do that and finish here, but I'm gonna finish here with my legs up in the sky, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever it is. Thanks for taking the time to practice with me. Bye.